Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Rewind That. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Alright guys, today we're going to be going over the latest episode of The Oval, Season 2, episode number 16, called Familiar Faces. Alright, so the episode starts off where we left off with Priscilla coming out of Jason's room. Alright, and as usual, Priscilla holds her composure around Victoria and remains professional. But Victoria kept picking at her. First, she told Priscilla that she shouldn't be in Jason's room alone. So at first, I thought Victoria was looking out for Priscilla as a human, because she knows that her son is crazy, right? But then she wanted to know what Jason told Priscilla. And Priscilla says, "Nothing, ma'am," right? So after all the back and forth, I was actually surprised that Victoria asked if Jason told Priscilla that her and Sam were having sex in the yellow room. I did not see that coming at all, guys, all right? Especially because she told Sam that she wouldn't do that. And I guess I believed her because I thought she would cooperate, so that her and Sam could keep doing their thing. But nope. Victoria is just unstable, so she can't be trusted, right? One minute she acts all sweet to Sam. The next minute she's kicking him out after they had sex. Then the next day she's back to being sweet as if nothing happened, right? As if she didn't flip out on him the day before. It's just crazy. So anyway, back to her and Priscilla. After Priscilla kept asking Victoria if she could get her anything, Victoria finally tells her for the 100th time that she doesn't need anything. But this time, Victoria says, "B, I wouldn't trust you to do anything for me." So I like Priscilla's response, right? When she was like, "I'm sorry you feel that way. Have I done something wrong?" Because we all know that it ain't Priscilla who's in the wrong, right? She's the victim in this. But anyway, there was so much going on in this conversation, guys, and Victoria just got completely out of hand. And when Sam showed up, she made things even more awkward. She tells Sam in front of Priscilla that he was really great when he asked if she needed anything else. And of course, she claimed she was talking about the run they went on, but they all knew what she was talking about, okay? And so did we. Anyway, so Victoria says, "It was long and hard, but you hung in there until I got it done." And like I keep telling you guys, Victoria makes me feel so uncomfortable when I watch these scenes. And I definitely was uncomfortable during this scene. Anyway, so Victoria then says to Priscilla, "This husband of yours can really go the distance." And Priscilla says, "Yes, he can." And you could see that it was taking everything in her, guys, to just keep her cool. And I just think it's messed up that she has to deal with this, especially on her job, Anyway, so Victoria dismisses Priscilla and tells Sam to go back to the yellow room with her. So when they get there, Sam is pissed because he doesn't like how Victoria was tormenting Priscilla. He tells her that if she does it again, he don't give a daggone. He's going to quit his job. And then he walks out, right? So Victoria starts laughing like a maniac. And I just didn't get it. One thing I will say is that if they're going to have Victoria be up and down like this, I think they should throw in like a mental health condition or something, because I need a reason for her to be unstable. You know what I mean? Because we don't really know what we're going to get with her. Like, look how she folded in that scene with creepy Jason. She goes into his room to ask him what he told Priscilla, right? And of course, Jason just wants her to get the heck out of his room. And when Victoria asked him how he could sleep in his room after killing Jean in there, he tells her that it actually helps him sleep very, very well, and that he would sleep so much better if her and Hunter were dead too. So long story short, guys, after she tells creepy Jason that he would really be in hell if her and Hunter were dead, Jason starts to get a little riled up and telling his mom to leave him alone and get out of my room now. And, Victoria pretty much folded and was just like, okay, nice and calmly all of a sudden. And it was just a little weird to see her kind of out of her element with this one. She started off as her regular old self, right? But then ended up way off the way she did. Like, she was even flinching and stuff, or kind of jumpy too, when he was like, "Get out of my room now." So it's like either you're scared of Jason or you're not. Like, which one is it? Seriously, if you're going to be big bad Victoria, then stay that. And that's that. I don't want to keep seeing her like flip-flopping. It's just kind of confusing is all I gotta say about that. Anyway, let's move on, guys, because I skipped over the scene with Sam and Priscilla, so let's get into that. So Sam goes into the kitchen and he apologizes to Priscilla for everything, And here is where we find out that Sam has done this before, okay, with a woman named Anita while Priscilla was in college and Sam was in the military. Priscilla tells Sam that she waited for him to come back to her despite what everyone else was saying, right? She says that she even left a man named Daryl alone. And at the mention of this guy's name, I'm wondering if he was the dude on the phone in last week's episode. Anyway, if that's him or not, hopefully we'll get to meet this guy, Daryl, either way. So anyway, moving on, right? Priscilla tells Sam that he promised that he would never do anything like this to her again, but here they are. She tells Sam that she doesn't care if they didn't have sex for a year. He should have waited, because that's what an honorable man does. And I liked this scene because it was more believable to me than the scenes where she's acting like a crazy woman, right? To me, Priscilla does well at the calm reads. She doesn't need to raise her voice or get crazy, because she's the type of chick that can let you know she means business without the extra antics, in my opinion, right? So that's what I appreciated about this scene here. The scene was also pretty sad as we hear her telling Sam that she was angry last night, but she woke up grieving for the death of her marriage. And the look on Sam's face mixed with all the stuff that Priscilla was saying made me want to shed a tear myself. Next, Kareem sees some camera footage of Dale in the parking lot being blocked in by another car or truck, right? We already knew that the person he was being blocked in by was Kyle, okay? Anyway, Kareem shows Sharon the footage, and she tells him that it's none of their business and that they should stay out of it. But Kareem still goes ahead and asks Dale about the situation when he gets into work. So, of course, Dale tells Kareem that the dude was just some guy he met at the bar who wouldn't leave him alone. But he finally got the picture, right, when he got out the car to set him straight or whatever. So Kareem's main thing was that he wants Dale to let him know if he's in any kind of trouble. All right. And I don't think Kareem is saying this because he cares about Dale. I think he's doing it to cover his own behind, because I still believe that Kareem is no good and he's definitely up to something at that pharmacy. Picky said something to Barry about it in season 1. So now I'm just waiting for them to make this thing come to light. That's why Kareem made the comment about the guy on the video looking official, because he just don't want no parts of the law sniffing around his pharmacy, you know? Next, Hunter, in all his stupidity, tells Don that he wants to go to the wreckage, basically for fun, okay? And after Donald tells him that this is not a good look because it's not something they want the press to know about, Hunter doesn't care about this, okay? And he even wants to bring Ellie with him. So then he goes into Ellie's office to tell her that she's going with him to the wreckage because he wants to show her something cool. He then tells her that last night he ordered a drone strike. And so I'm just looking at this like, wow, everything about Hunter irks me, okay? And I'm so mad that I'm even talking about this dummy. Another thing is, why is he still going after Ellie after she tried to steal his drawers? You know, the girl should have been fired. Come on now. Next, Nancy comes to the White House to drop off some lunch for Richard, and looky, Freda comes through the door, and her and Nancy speak, but then Nancy goes on her Brandy the boy is mine vibes, okay, talking about, excuse me, can I please talk to you for a minute? And she asks Freda to step outside, and I'm surprised she wasn't like, you need to give it up, right? Because that's the vibe that I was getting, okay, but let me stop playing with y'all. So they go outside, and Freda was like, look, I didn't know that you and Richard was having problems. And Nancy was like, okay, but you do know we're still married, right? And we will be married. Then Nancy tells Freda that her and Richard are going through some things, but she would appreciate it if Freda would leave her husband alone. So Freda says, oh, I'm not at him. He's at me. Which ain't all the way true, guys, okay? Because like Nancy told her, I know you've been wanting him for years. All right. Anyway, so Nancy was like, whatever it is, just be a woman of some character and leave my husband alone. Then Richard comes out and sees the exchange, and Nancy is all smiles like, hey, you know, like they ain't got no drama. But Richard wants to know what the heck she's doing there. So after she tells him that she brought him some lunch, he tells her that if she comes back up there, he will have her clearance revoked. Then he says, do you know where Barry is? Because that's why I thought you came here. So after Nancy says, no, she doesn't know where Barry is, Richard says, do you even care? Then he says, all you care about is your baby's daddy. Do you know how disgusting that sounds? Then he tells her not to come back to his job, and he goes back inside. Now, what I got to say about this, guys, is that I know Barry is grown, but if no one has heard from him, Nancy needs to put her drama with Richard aside and find out where her son is. Next, Max and Bobby get to this woman named Blakeley's house, and it seems like her and Max go back a long ways, right? But my thing is, can she really be trusted? Okay, because Max seems to think so. You know, we do find out that he has a sexual past with her, but I don't know. You know, for me, someone who wants to know every detail about something is a red flag, you know, but we'll see, because Max does tell her everything. Next, Sharon and Dale get to the White House, and after they make it past clearance, they wait in this big foyer-looking area, and Hunter and Don come walking by because they're on their way to a cabinet meeting. And Sharon sees Hunter and was like, oh my gosh, that's him. I don't know if we can look at him. So she holds her head down, right? And I'm like, Sharon, he is not royalty. Like, girl, stop, you know? Anyway, but Hunter sees her and pretty much makes a daggone U-turn, right? And you know how he feels about beautiful black women, so he is all on it. He starts talking to Sharon, asking who she is, what she's doing there, telling her that she should be working there and all this crap. And of course, we all know why he wants her to work there. But the crazy thing for me was when he told Sharon that he's going to call her from his personal number in case she needs anything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this guy is just a fool. Like, nothing can be top secret with this guy. You know, the way he operates is just so dumb. Anyway, so he didn't stop there, right? He wanted to know if she was free for lunch, but Donald was like, okay, sir, we gotta go. We gotta get to this meeting. So Hunter takes a selfie with Sharon before he leaves, and I definitely don't like how he dissed Dale when he asked for one too, okay? Hunter is just a jerk. Anyway, so after Hunter and Dawn leave, Sharon was like, what just happened? And Dale tells her that he was flirting with her. Okay, and he even said what I said. You know he likes black women. Anyway, Sharon then asks Dale why Don was staring at him the way he was. So Dale says, I have no idea. But we all know that Don recognized Dale from the night he was at Kyle's house. Next, Lily calls Bobby and she tells him that she really likes him, but she can't give up a life she worked so hard for someone she just met. She tells Bobby that she needs a safety net and doesn't want to be jumping from place to place. So Bobby tells her that she's a fool if she thinks she's safe. And Lily says, well, as long as I do what I'm supposed to. And Bobby was like, that's how you want to live? So Lily says, you said the operative word, I want to live. So Bobby isn't happy with their conversation, right? And he tells Lily that he has to go and he'll be in touch here and there. So because Lily doesn't want Bobby to give up on her, she gathers her things so she can go to the cabin. Because she obviously thinks that Bobby is still there, right? Next, Richard finally talks to Sharon and Dale tells Richard that he can give him the highway that the compound is off of because they don't have an address. So once Richard finds out that the place is 3 hours away, he tells him that he's going to take off work and drive there. And Sharon tells Richard that he shouldn't go alone and that her and Dale are going to go with him. Next, Lily gets to the cabin site and she sees that it's been blown to smithereens. Then an agent comes up behind her and he recognizes her, right? He knows that this is the chief of staff's wife. And so now he's saying, ma'am, this is top secret. Like, what the heck are you doing here? And the hiking excuse that she gave him was just terrible, okay? But anyway, the agent tells her to come with him and he takes her right to where Donald is standing with the president, Kyle, and Ellie. And that's how the episode ended. And, you know, this is a very bad move for Lily to show up there because it just confirms that she was working with Bobby. Of course, she could always spin it and, you know, say that she came there to meet up with Bobby only to get it in with him, you know, I guess. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.